Hello all, welcome to Diamond's Divine Creations. I am your host, Diamond. Thank you all so very much for joining me on today. I do hope you all are doing well and feeling well. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Of course, you can comment as well. That is your free way of showing your support to help grow the channel. Okay, so today's delicious dinner recipe, guys, is something I'm calling the Cowgirl Mexican Corn Chili Cheese Double Dip. Okay, guys, so it's a lot of things that's going into this double dip, guys. Okay, so we're gonna get right to it. Okay, for the Mexican corn dip, we are going to be using the Mexicorn. Okay, we're also going to be using sour cream, as well as we're going to be using whipped cream cheese. Okay, I'm going to be using Cajun seasoning, as well as a Cajun hot sauce here. Okay, we're also going to be using that's the Mexican hot sauce there, guys. Okay, we're also going to be using a lime for this. Okay, so you just need some lime juice. Okay, we're going to be using some green onion, which I've already pre-chopped here, guys. Okay, and we're also going to be using our cheesy Mexican rice. Okay, so we're going to be using the cheesy Mexican rice. Okay, what else are we going to be using for this? Okay, oh, and we're also going to be using some taco seasoning. Okay, now that's on one side of the dip. You all probably can see I have the ground beef going here, already seasoned however you want it. You really don't need a whole lot of seasoning because we're going to add chili seasoning to this. Okay, in this pot I'm warming up a little bit of milk. Okay, and we're going to add our cheeses to that. Okay, for the chili cheese dip portion, you need your ground beef. Okay, we're going to be using chili beans. They're over here. We're going to be using chili beans. We're also going to be using tomato sauce. Okay, of course we need our chili seasoning. Okay, also I forgot about the Parmesan for the other dip. Okay, we're also going to be using diced jalapenos. Okay, we're going to be using banana peppers. Okay, we're also going to be using pico de gallo here. Okay, we're going to be using Casablanca cheese, as well as we're going to be using the regular block milk cheddar cheese here as well, guys. So we got a lot of things going on. Okay, so like I said, first things first, you want to get your ground beef on. Okay, you want that, get that cooking. Okay, so we're going to brown our ground beef real good, guys. Okay, we're going to let that get browned up. Okay, when it's almost done, we're going to add a bit of chili seasoning to this as well, guys. Okay, now while our meat is browning, we can go ahead and chop up our cheese, guys. I am making a smaller portion. However, I'm pretty sure many of you have a lot of family or friends, whether you're having a house party, a nice little throwback of some kind. If you're just feeding your family. Okay, this is something quick and fun to do on like a weekend or something like that, guys. Okay, so we're going to chop our cheese up into like block type sizes. Okay, and we're going to be adding this to our milk that we have warming here. You can chop those up to smaller pieces if you want to. It doesn't really matter. It's all going to melt anyway, guys. Okay, so I'm going to do it just a little bit more. Okay, I'm thinking this is a smaller pack. This is not even the biggest package you can get of the, you know, the block of cheese here, okay? But I think I'm only going to use this half a pack here, okay? Because like I said, it's just me and my daughter. So I don't need to cook like a whole heap of this, okay? Otherwise, I'll be eating cheese dip leftovers for a long time, okay? So we're going to get that cheese melted. We're going to get it going, let it do its thing, okay? Wait on our ground beef to finish browning, okay? Now, when it comes up, you can add in this, you can add like these other ingredients. You can combine all of this together, okay? You ever seen those people who kind of do a dump pan type of thing? Okay, if you want to do it dump pan style, okay, you can do that. Get you a pan, something like this, okay, depending on how much you're making. You do want to continue, you still want to cook your meat first, okay? Don't put your raw meat in with your other food, okay? But if you want to do dump pan style, you will put your cheeses in there, okay? The Casablanca cheese, the regular block cheddar cheese, put it in there. When you have your ground meat ready, put that in there. Dump your beans in there. Dump all of your other ingredients in there, okay? In this pan, throw it in the oven, let it melt together, and then stir it up, and you got your dip, okay? I'm doing it a different way because I just kind of don't like that style, that way of doing anything, okay, guys? Now, you also want to get you a smaller pot, like something like this, okay? Because we need to cook our cheesy Mexican rice, okay, guys? So fill that up, okay? I'm gonna actually put it on the stove behind me, okay? Just so we can use multiple eyes all at one time and get everything going all at the same time. That way, you know, it doesn't take a long time, okay? Keep an eye on your meat, okay? And make sure it's, you know, browned all the way, okay? Cooked all the way through, okay? It is about done, okay? So if you want to, I'm going to go ahead and add my chili seasoning on here. If you don't want any other seasonings, okay, except for this chili seasoning flavor on your meat, that's just fine, okay? I just added a little bit of pepper and a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of garlic salt, or what have you, and lemon pepper on there, okay? I think just a little bit of Tajin seasoning as well, okay? Just a little bit, because the seasoning, I mean, the chili seasoning is a seasoning all on its own, all by itself, okay? And just give it a little bit extra flavor. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to, okay? And you see how thick that is, okay? So you want to add just a little bit of water to help that seasoning blend into your meat, and you need to let this meat cook all the way, okay? Because you still see a little bit of pinkness on your meat, okay? Let that simmer down and finish cooking up really good, and then we're going to add our other ingredients to it, okay? So our cheese has started melting. We got that going on, guys, okay? We have our water going for our Mexican rice, okay? I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to that water here, okay? And you're just going to dump the contents of this box in there, okay? Now, this is also something else you would need to pre-cook as well. If you're going to do like the dump pan type of style, you want to cook your rice, okay, to make sure that it's cooked all the way through, and cook your ground beef. Everything else is like dumpable if you want to do it that way, and just be done with it, okay? So as soon as our water gets boiling, we're going to pour in the contents here, which is our rice here. The seasoning come in a different package here, so when we get that in, we're going to pour our seasoning in on there with it and let it do its thing as well, guys, okay? Okay, guys, so let's see. Since I'm not doing it dump style like I am, I'm gonna mix a lot of this together here, okay? But I'm doing separate dips. It's gonna be a dip within a dip, basically. You'll see what I mean once we get everything rocking and rolling, okay? So, in a separate bowl here, you're going to, if I can find it, I've already opened my cans and everything, or what have you, okay? You're just gonna dump the contents of your Mexicorn in a bowl, just like that, guys. Gonna add you some green onion to that, okay? We're going to take our taco seasoning, and you don't have to use this entire package of taco seasoning, maybe about half, okay? Like if you're feeding a big group, okay, you would use double, like you would use a bigger can of corn, Mexicorn, okay? So then you could definitely use that entire package of the entire package of the taco seasoning. Or excuse me, yeah, that's the taco seasoning. We put the chili seasoning on the meat, okay? So just give that a bit of a stir, like that, guys. And from there, we are going to add, where is it? We're going to add our sour cream as well as our whipped cream cheese to our corn. Let me get another spoon here, guys. And I would say about a cup for the amount that I'm making. However, if you are making a bigger portion for more people, I can kind of eyeball it the way I want it, okay? But it just, like I said, once again, it's about how many people you're feeding, okay? How much you're preparing as to how much of this you put in there, okay? So we're going to add the sour cream. We're going to add our cream cheese, okay? And make sure you get the cream cheese spread. The cream cheese spread is already softened for you, okay? You can use regular cream cheese or cream cheese block. However, you would have to let it sit out and get room temperature, okay? So we're going to put about a cup of our cream cheese in there as well, with a cup of our sour cream. Just like that, guys, okay? Kind of like how I made what did I do? What did I call it? Like the Mexican street corn, but it's like a little bit different ingredients, okay? So we're going to give this a stir. We're going to mix all of this in, okay, with our corn. And this is going to make it nice and creamy like, okay? Just like that, okay? You want to make sure there's like no chunks of just the sour cream or just the cream cheese, okay? You want to make sure it's all blended in really, really good. Really, really good like that, okay? Now, if you want to do this, like if you're going to do the dip within a dip, like I'm doing, okay, you definitely can refrigerate this, okay? You're going to have a cold dip versus a hot dip, okay? However, if you want to do it dump style, after you mix all of this, you're going to just add this to the rest of your cheese dip, okay? And just mix everything all together type of thing, okay? So give that a good stir. Just like that, guys. Okay. We're going to take us a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Put a little bit of that on there. And we're going to mix this in as well, okay? And your Parmesan cheese. Blend all of that in together real good, okay? Then we're going to use our lime, okay? So we just need a little bit of lime juice that we want to add in here. So take you a lime. Make sure you wash it off. Okay. Cut it in half, and we're going to squeeze some lime juice in here. I don't know, for some reason limes are so much harder to squeeze than lemon. Okay, but you can buy lime juice, just like the juice, if you want to. However, I like just using fresh lime. Okay, so as much or as little of this lime juice that you want to use, we're just going to squeeze it in here. Okay, and we're going to stir that in really good as well. Squeeze this other. I think that's a good amount. The Tajin seasoning has, you can get the Tajin seasoning with the lime in it as well. So it's going to have a bit of that lime flavor in it anyway. And I have a little bit more of this than I need. Okay, but I didn't want to use like a half a can of corn. Okay, so okay, after we do that, guys, okay, you can add the green onion to your liking, however much, however little you would like on the green onions. Okay, and we're going to add us some Tajin seasoning on the top of this, just like that. And we're going to do a little bit of the Mexican hot sauce on top of there, just like that, guys. A little bit of lemon pepper. Okay. Also, give your cheese a stir. Make sure it's not sticking or anything. And then it's melting really good. Make sure you check on that. Okay. Also, your meat should definitely be good and done. You definitely don't have to like turn your fire up like way high or anything like that, guys. Okay. When your meat is done, you want to add your tomato sauce. Okay. And like I said, because of the amount that I'm making, I'm only using an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Okay, this size here. If you're making this for more people, you obviously want to use a bigger can of tomato sauce. Okay, our water is boiling now, so we can add our Mexican rice to it. So we're going to pour that in, get it going, okay? And we're actually going to add it to our corn mixture here, okay? So we're just going to put a lid on this and we're going to set it aside until we get ready to add our corn, and that'll be the last ingredient that we need to add to it, okay guys? Just put a lid on this and we're going to set it aside for just a little bit, okay? Okay guys, so you can add the rest of your green onion to your cheese that you have melting. Go ahead and add that in there, okay? Most of the other ingredients just is dumpable, okay? We're going to be adding the jalapeno peppers, okay? And drain the juice off of there, okay? Add as much or as little of the jalapenos, the diced jalapenos that you would like, okay? Also, I want to stir that tomato sauce and with your chili meat, okay? And just let it simmer and do its thing, okay? Just keep an eye on it and constantly stir it like that, okay? Let's see what else. We're going to add our banana peppers here. Again, however many or as little banana peppers as you would like. Okay? And you can chop them up if you want to. I'm just going to put some raw banana peppers in here, okay? Just like that. We're also going to add some pico de gallo. In the portion that I'm making, I'm only doing about a cup, okay, of this. So add your pico de gallo, and you know your pico, it has your tomatoes, it has your onions, it has like either, I think that's bell pepper, or yeah, I think that's bell pepper or something like that. It has a green pepper in there too, or what have you. If you prefer rotel, you could definitely do rotel, okay? So your melted cheese, okay, and those ingredients that we just added should be looking like that, okay? And you can stir that in real good, like just like that, guys. Okay, now we're going to add our Casablanca cheese, which is a white cheese, okay? You can buy this in the block as well, but I just decided to get the melted, the Casablanca that's already melted, okay? We're going to add that in there, stir that up real good. In your cheese dip just like that, okay? Put this back on and let it continue to do its thing, guys. That block cheese is like not quite melted all the way, okay? When our chewing is done, we're going to add it as well. So give it a nice stir just like that. Make sure you blend in all of that chili seasoning and that tomato sauce and everything where it's even flavored. Okay, just like that, okay? Let that continue simmering for a while, okay? So our Our rice is boiling really good, okay? We're going to go ahead and add the contents to the package, which is like, you know, the seasonings, the cheese, and everything else that goes on here. We're going to add that to our rice, okay? And you're just going to dump this whole package in there, okay? And you want to constantly stir it too, okay? So that it's not sticking or anything like that, okay? Okay. Wipe our surface down. Okay, y'all, so sorry about that. I had to, the camera went off basically, so I had to start it back over for you guys, okay? So now we are going to be adding our, we're going to be adding our chili beans, okay, to our chili. Guys, excuse me, I'm like cooking for my daughter as well. I'm frying some chicken wings, okay? Y'all should know how to fry chicken wings, okay? That's what my daughter wanted. Okay, so we're going to be adding our chili beans now, guys, okay? Whatever type of chili beans you prefer. Drain off the juice if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to, okay? We're adding our chili beans on here. Okay, we want to stir it in evenly with the rest of our chili. Just like that, guys. So let it continue to simmer and do its thing, guys, okay? We're going to give our rice a stir as well. And you just want to continue to stir it. It kind of just, you know, it cooks itself or whatever, basically, okay? When the majority of the juice is in there, it's evaporated, okay? It'll be ready. You just add the rest of those beans in there. I use a smaller pan, so we're going to be adding this to our cheese anyway. Okay. I know a lot of people like kind of doing the dump style way of doing things. Or what have you, but honey, I'm a little bit different. Okay. Just like that. Okay, and really and truly, that's all that we have to do, guys, except we're waiting for our rice to get done. We're going to add that to our corn, okay? And we're going to put it in a container. That's going to be like our centerpiece, the way I'm doing this, okay? Now, like I said, if you want to do a dump style, you can just add everything together. Once you get your different dips done, you can just dump everything all together, okay? Let it simmer, get nice and hot, and do your things. I am going to be using some lime tortilla chips, so it's like regular tortillas with like a hint of lime on them, okay? This would be good with any tortilla chip that you like, any type of flavored tortilla that you would like. Even like your regular Doritos, Cool Ranch Doritos, or what have you. But I'm going to use these, okay? The tortilla chips here with a hint of lime. Okay? So that's all it is to it, guys. We're really done. We're at the point, right now we're waiting for our rice to get done. When the rice is done, we can combine everything we need to combine. we'll be ready to eat, guys, okay? Simple meal for your family, okay? The younger people in your household would definitely love this. I mean, everybody likes a dip, okay? And some chips, okay? Okay, guys, so our rice is almost done. And we're going to go ahead and add in our chili. I'm going to add in our homemade chili beans to our cheese dip here. And we can do it without making a mess, okay? We're just going to dump this thing right over in that cheese. Just like that. Y'all, I said I was making a small portion, honey. I ain't nothing small about food. Okay. So we add that in there and we're going to blend this in with all our cheese and all our other ingredients, y'all. Just like that. Okay, put it back on, let it finish simmering. So our chili cheese dip portion is done. Okay, a few more minutes on that rice, guys, and we're gonna be able to rock and roll. I'm going to add the rest of this Casablanca to this. As well. And stir it in. Stir that in just like that. Let it finish simmering. Okay, and that bad boy is done, honey. I don't know what I'm talking about. I was gonna make a small portion. I was really trying to, but it don't end up being like that. Even this portion that I made, guys, I swear it could totally feed like several people. Like, look at this pot. Okay, so yeah. Even for those of you who are like feeding, you know what I'm saying, like 4, 5, 6 people, like it's easily enough for multiple people to have plenty of this with this amount. I really was not even trying to. I'm gonna have this like this tonight, and then I'll have to figure out what I want to, how I want to do with the rest of it. Okay. Okay, guys, let me check on the rice. All right, it's really about done. It's actually done, okay? It just still have a lot of juices in there simmering, okay? You can let that finish simmering and doing its thing. You can set it over here now. Just like that. And we're going to add, now like I said, if you're doing dump style, all of this stuff, all of these ingredients, even this portion of it is going to go all into this dip, okay? But I wanted to show you all the double dip style. The way I'm doing it, okay? And so we're gonna take a bit of our cheesy rice here, and it's plenty cheesy. You really don't have to add any more. However, if you wanted to add like some shredded cheese on top of there, you could if you wanted to. Okay. We're going to stir this in with our corn mixture, this rice. Okay. Just to get this, go ahead and get this show on the road. The way we want to, guys. Okay. Just like that. Okay, and then we're going to, you're going to take you a little, almost like a little centerpiece bowl. Okay. And you're going to fill up that little centerpiece bowl that you want to use with this, your corn dip mixture. Add just a dash of detergent on top of there like that. Okay. Add just a dash more of your Parmesan cheese on there just like that. And add just a drizzle of your Mexican hot sauce on there just like that. Okay, guys? And that's your centerpiece dip, okay? We're going to put our chips around the side here, and we're going to put our other dip on those chips, guys. That's going to make your Cowgirl Mexican Corn Chili Cheese double dip, okay? So no matter whether you want to take one of those chips that's got your chili cheese dip on there, and you want to double dip it, and this dip here, guys, so good, baby. Okay? And we still have rice left. Okay? You can add that to your cheese dip. Okay? Just like that. Ain't nothing to it, baby. Okay? You want to give your cheese dip another good stir. Okay? Letting all of that. If y'all should see, honey, look how much of this it makes. Okay? I was trying to make maybe half of this portion. Okay? But it's all good, so. Okay? So you want to make sure that's stirred nice and good. Set it back on there. Let it finish simmering up real good, guys. Okay? And guess what? We're going to be ready to eat, y'all. Okay, guys. So our final step is we're going to dump this dip. Look at all of this, y'all. Child, this is a lot more than I was trying to make, okay? Oh. So you're gonna dump that dip right in your pan, just like that, guys. And so y'all remember, and then you could just sit this in the oven or what have you, and let it stay warm, or what have you. So you remember all our ingredients that we did for our chili cheese dip. We had the ground beef, the chili beans, the tomato sauce, the Velveeta cheese, the queso blanca, dip, the pico de gallo, the diced jalapenos, the banana peppers, the green onions, okay? We also use chili seasoning, okay? We also even added some of that cheesy Mexican rice in there because we just had some extra or what have you, but we put that cheesy Mexican rice actually in our Mexicorn dip, okay? The Mexicorn dip was the Mexicorn with the cream cheese, the sour cream, the Parmesan cheese, the Tangerine season, the Mexican hot sauce, the lime, the taco seasoning, the green onion, and the cheesy Mexican rice, guys, okay? And you use whatever type of tortillas you want to use, of course, but I'm using the tortilla with a hint of lime, okay? So let me scoop this over, guys. Guess what? It's time to eat, okay? So you can set this up just like this, okay? If you have like one of those real big old platters or what have you, where people, if you're having a party or something, people just come through, double, you know, dip, however they want to dip, okay? This dip or that dip on their chip, okay? So you have your centerpiece, you got your Mexican dip there. Okay, now like I said, if you want to just do like a dump dip, you would even add all of this to your chili cheese dip and just mix it all and just let it all be. Some of you all may know of something called I believe it's called like the cowboy dip. It's like called a cowboy dip. This is kind of where I got the idea from. But the cowboy dip, you use black beans, okay? And you don't use like some of the other ingredients that I use or whatever. So I just switched it up and I'm calling this my cowgirl Mexicorn chili cheese double dip, okay? So yeah, now all you gotta do is drizzle that cheese dip all on your chips that you have on your plate, guys, however much or little as you would like, just like so, okay? And guess what, guys? That is my made up version of, and get you a Sprite, get you some juice, honey, get you some water, get whatever you like, okay? That's my version of my cowgirl dip, okay? Mexican chili cheese double dip, okay, guys? So, guess what, y'all? It's time to eat. Bon appetit. Go ahead, grab your plate because it's time for our dinner date. Take you a bite because this is another Diamond's Delicious Delight. Thank you all so very much for listening and for watching. And until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God. Real quick, guys, I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Let's take a bite. Let's try some. So we got our chicken here as well. I told you I was cooking some chicken in the background because my daughter wanted some chicken too. Okay, guys. So let's see how we do this thing, okay? We're going to take our dip, our cowgirl dip here. That is so good, guys. And you can dip that, double dip that thing. Just like that. So good, y'all. You definitely should try this. I'm trying to talk with my mouth full. But y'all, it's good. You should totally try it. Okay? Till next time. Peace, love, and light. Namaste.